mountainside, and with the light I see the forest gathering, multitudes of fire.
Fires on the Mountainside is the sophomore full-length album from Fer de Lance, a Chicago, Illinois-based epic heavy metal band, and one that is heavily influenced by Bathory, kind of a side project from members of Moros Nix, a power and speed metal band from the 2010s, I believe. Their sound has evolved pretty quickly from the first EP, now including far more power metal elements, as this becomes their main band and their main kind of font of interest. Their style in the past, I've described it as more in the realm of epic doom metal and epic heavy metal, in that there is some of that 80s power metal feeling in there, a little bit, but I've resorted to calling it Bathory metal because it invokes that style so clearly. As we get into more power metal influences in their sound, Atlantean Codex and early Arab Altor make sense in mention with the references to Bathory. That really is the gist of what this band is all about. But we'll get a little bit more into it after a preview track, and I'll talk about what makes this record interesting, how it builds upon the previous one as well.
Deny the starving gas will always lead to war. It's never far alone, created by the walls in our minds.
Ultimately, what the band does on this recording is cut a bit of the fat in terms of the length of their songs and some of the more elaborate forms of melodicism that they were using prior, and getting straight to something more direct and impactful. It's not that there's so much out of ideas, it's that they focused in on a little bit of a different sound, and while that still reflects the core impact of epic heavy metal, it sort of lacks in a lot of the peripheral interest that made their previous album and EP a little bit more interesting. And while I don't like it quite as much as the previous record, I still think it's a solid album and it's worth listening to it. The band continues to develop an interesting array of ideas within their work, and the adventure of epic heavy metal is still there in their work. It hasn't started sounding too much like modern power metal or anything of the sort, so still feels a bit old school with those obvious references in there. And I think that fans of epic heavy metal can still find enough to enjoy here, even if they didn't really turn out to be a doom metal band at the end of the day. So check it out for yourself, see if this is for you, and go ahead and read my written review for quite a lot more depth.
I see fires on the mountainside, and with the light I see